Hello, 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 and welcome to the Rumble and Roar podcast. I'm your host, Lenoria, and I have the Brittney Williams, guys, as my guest today. I am super excited. Thank you for being here, Brittney.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, okay. Brittney Williams, a native of Atlanta, Georgia, is a contemporary Christian artist, worshiper, and psalmist. Her love for music began at an early age. It all started at 7 years old when she was selected by her course director to sing two solo selections, Rise Again by Dallas Holmes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I Surrender All by CeCe Winans.
Yeah.
Yes. And you did this in Spanish at Victory Christian Academy?
Yes.
In Stone Mountain?
Yes.
In Spanish?
Yes.
Oh, that's so impressive. Okay. Although she grew up singing in the church, she also enjoyed other styles of music. During her teen and college years, she ventured out as an artist into different styles of music, such as R&B, soul, pop, and hip-hop. She worked with Grammy nominee artist B.O.B. when they both attended Columbia High School. She worked with Grammy nominee producer Cortez Perez, who produced platinum hits records for Whitney Houston, Alicia Keys, Lauryn Hills, and many more international known recording artists. You have been busy. Busy.
Yes.
That is really good. Okay, well, when did you first realize, or your parents, when did they realize that you could actually sing? Now, I already know that your course director did it when you were, 8 years old, okay? But when did your mom look or hear you and say, wait a minute, my baby got some pipes? And when did you realize that, wait a minute, I can really sing? When did you realize that?
When I was 7 years old, when I was selected by my choir director at Victory Christian Academy. I didn't realize that I had a solo voice to be able to sing in front of people. I enjoyed singing in the choir, but I didn't know that I could actually sing in front of people and deliver the way that I did at that time. Honestly, sometimes when I would hear myself in the mic, I'm like, whoa, that's me. But what's interesting is that my dad, he knew that I had a gift for music even as a little child, like as a baby.
Your dad knew, but your mother didn't, or?
I think my mom knew, but you know how, like, as a parent, you just see, like,
you're gonna love everything.
You're gonna dance to the music, you know. But my dad noticed it even as a baby or as a little child, like a toddler, like 3 or 4 years old. When we would go to restaurants and they would play music, my dad said I would instantly move to the music.
Oh, wow.
Or try to hum or sing to the music. So he did notice it, but I don't think my parents knew that I could, sing in front of people, like had a solo voice. So.
Oh my gosh. Guys, I cannot wait to the end because she has a beautiful voice. Okay, towards your last 2 years in college, life began to take a turn for the worse. And you knew it was a sign from God to redirect your past. Tell us about that. What happened to make you feel that way?
So as you know how people say I grew up in church or I started singing in church. Well, basically I was born and raised in church. Mm-hmm. Like I've been in church all my life. And so I started like participating with the youth choir. Mm-hmm. And then it got to the point where I was leading worship for the middle and high school ministry, and then it was college ministry.
I read that. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you've been busy all your life.
And so I always knew that I had a gifting and a calling to do that when I started leading worship at my church. Just because of the personal encounters that I was having with God and wanting to develop a relationship with him and get to know him. Not just, oh yeah, I want to be saved and Jesus is my Savior, but I really wanted to know who he was for myself, not just, oh, let's come to church and lift my hands, but why am I really lifting my hands to God? I would notice people like crying and like, you know, having their own
experience with God, personal.
Yes. And I'm like, I want to experience that. What is that like?
And why? And why are they doing that? And where did it come from? And how do they get it?
Exactly. I didn't want to just go with the motions. Oh, clap your hands. I'm like, no, why am I doing
like 50%
this?
of the ones that are in church, they're just doing it. Yes, that is so good. And you realized that and started doing that at a young age, wanting that.
But I did struggle because it's like as a teen, you want to still fit in with your friends and you want to fit in with what everybody else is doing in high school. And I mean, I'm just being real. People in high school wasn't trying to like, oh, praise the Lord, hallelujah. It's more like, hey, let's turn up and party, or let's hang, go to the mall, which is cool. You can have fun. But it was a little, you know, difficult at times for me, having to still be a teen and have fun, but wait, I want to like get to know God and actually live for him, you know, live.
I mean, I think that is so good, girl. That is so really, that's so amazing. And that's her song that I love. So that is good, because where do you find kids at an early age that hunger and long to want to know God? You know what I'm saying? And look, we're bringing it back, guys. But hey, I got to speak on this. That is just, it had to be something in you, something given to you, a gift to want that. To me, and you're still that way to this day,
for sure.
Oh my gosh.
And just to kind of, you know, add on to that. When I was in college, of course, still wanting to fit in, I was, you know, serving with the college ministry. I was networking with people in the music industry because at the time, my major was music management. Look,
she's taking a show, guys, because I was just about to say, number 3, it says she is a graduate from Georgia State University with a degree in journalism and a minor in music management.
Yes.
So you were just, you were, you know how they say that the things that you do early on in your life, it gets you ready for what you're going to do later on?
Yeah. So my major was music management at first, but because I had started late and my financial aid was running out, I said, hey, you know what? Let me just change it to journalism. I'm good in writing. I need to finish out. So during that time, I was networking with producers and songwriters, and although, you know, I was serving in college ministry at my church, I did have an interest for other different types of music. And I said, well, hey, why not? Let me try it out, see where it could take me.
Right.
And, you know, I did work with B.O.B. in high school at the time, too.
And B.O.B. is who?
He's a hip-hop artist here in Atlanta, Georgia. He has worked with so many people. He has songs with like Taylor Swift, Bruno Mars. And so I did work with him in high school. And it was a great experience because I was actually learning a lot from him, even when it came to music production, songwriting, arranging, all kind of different things. So I had a gift for songwriting. So I was writing songs and he was producing the tracks to them.
This is your calling. This is what you were supposed to do.
Yeah, but I realized that even when I was like working with like Cortez Ferris, another music producer that you mentioned, and networking with other producers in the pop, hip hop, R&B field, I was kind of torn within my soul because they, you know, were working on songs, honestly, that
you didn't feel comfortable with, or
it just wasn't for me. I would just say it wasn't for me. And so honestly, I kind of like fell into depression. It was a really hard period for me.
Because you were trying to find yourself.
I was.
And that's a hard thing, not just with music or whatever, whoever you are in life, when you're trying to find yourself.
Exactly.
And I think that we all go through that at one time or another in our lives.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, okay, I'm not feeling real comfortable right now.
Right.
Does everybody else feel this way? Why is it so hard for me? And what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yours was probably on another level because yours was spiritual, and that's really deep.
And that's what it was for me. It was spiritual, and I needed to stay in my lane. You know, people have their lanes.
Right.
And so I realized that was not my lane, and it caused me to be torn within my soul. Like, let me come on back to what I know God has called me to do. And it got to the point where even my little sister was asking me, and she's like 7 or 8 years old, asking me, Sissy, when are you gonna like start singing for Jesus again? And that like kind of hit me because it made me realize that people were watching.
A reality check.
Yes.
Little sister came in the room. Check. Because you might be doing R&B and all of that, and and she can look at you and see that, hey, wait a minute, you're doing that and you're singing, but there is something missing. That comfort that I see in your face when you're, singing gospel or whatever is not there. So let me be the first one to tell you, because I love you, I'm your sister. When are you gonna do that again? You know what I mean? That's good. That's really good. Well, you said something about you created an event.
I did.
A den in worship.
It's called Dine in Worship.
A Dine in Worship, and it was featured at on V103.
It was. So Larry Tinsley, he would mention it on V103, and it was at Coaxum's Low Country Cuisine in Conyers. So every other Sunday, I would sing like gospel songs for about an hour, 2 hours. We would have like little breaks in between. On
V103?
So it wasn't actually on V103, but they would like mention that I would be singing at the restaurant. So it was a good experience for me, great exposure.
Good publicity.
And it just allowed me to kind of like get out of the four walls of the church. I've done so many other events as well. I have sung at different festivals, and the Sweet Arvin Festival, and just done like other things. I've had opportunities where I was able to sing at the circus. I forgot the name of the circus. The Soul.
Universal.
Yes.
Universal.
Soul.
Okay. You sung there?
I did.
Was it an opening or something?
It was an opening.
Oh my gosh.
I sung with the college praise team there, and that was a great experience. Just being able to spread the gospel again outside of the four walls, and that's really my heart. I really want to share my gift to the world by spreading the gospel outside of the four walls of the church. So I do understand that some people just are not going to come inside of the building, and to be able to just touch, someone's heart and, to spread the love of God to them, even if they don't want to come to church or, may feel uncomfortable or whatever the case they may be dealing with. I want to be able to do that to inspire someone.
When you just said that some people, that everyone is not going to come, inside of the building or to church or whatever, don't even think of it that way, because there are a lot of things people are not going to do. You're going to have haters. You're going to have people who do the right things. You're going to have people who want to follow you and people that don't. So, yeah. And the ones that do want to come see you, it's going to be a lot. I can already see that. I can tell. You're on your way. Oh my gosh, with the song, my favorite. And I told you, I called you and I was like, you know what? So Amazing is like my favorite song. And I said, you are up there to me, my opinion, with CeCe Winans. And yes, you are up there because it's a beautiful, beautiful song. I get in the car and I put it on. I'm like, wait a minute. This is really touching me. I really like it. Okay, you launched your debut, Key to My Heart, on September in 2017.
Yes.
And how was that like? What was it like for you when you did that? Was that your first one?
Yes, that was my first single. Okay. It was a great experience. It was like my first baby, and just seeing it come together was a beautiful process. The people that I worked with, the people that supported me, I had a single release party, and just to see everybody come out and support. I had paraphernalia. I had some key to my heart jewelry at the time. This is actually one of them.
and I see that it's been heard all over the globe in countries such as India, the United Kingdom, Italy, Canada, Japan, Germany, Bermuda, and Kenya. How are they playing your record on the radio? How is it getting there? Is it on YouTube? Or I know it. Well, I don't even need to ask that. It is on YouTube. Right. I saw your video and I love it, love it, love it. So this is how it's being played, all the different places?
Yeah, so it's been played on radio, different like radio stations, international radio stations where it's been streamed, where other people in different countries could hear it. I actually had received a message from a young lady from India who was really touched by my first single, Key to My Heart.
Yes.
And she wanted to stay in touch with me. It was so beautiful. I actually kept the message, and it really touched me, and I didn't realize that there's actually ministries and churches in India, just due to the fact of their main or major religion, I think it's Buddhism. So I didn't know that.
What you said for India?
Yes.
Oh, it's Buddhism?
I believe it's Buddhism.
Okay.
I could be wrong on that, but is it?
I'm not sure if it's Buddhism. I thought that was Asian. Yes. Yeah, Asian. The Asian is Buddhism. I'm not really sure what. Do you know which one? Is it India's Buddhism as well?
I think it's Buddhism and Hinduism.
Yes, Hinduism. Thank you.
Hindu. You were getting there. You were there.
Oh man, I didn't mean that. Okay, but Hinduism.
Okay. Yes.
So I didn't realize that. So I was like, wow, okay. And I saw that she was part of a Christian ministry somewhere in India. So she reached out to me about the song, and I didn't realize that it was reaching people internationally.
Girl,
like that.
And that was the first one that's reached everyone. Okay, on March 1st, 2021, you released a single called So Amazing. Guys, that's my favorite. My favorite. I love that song, like I just stated before. When I tell you, Brittney, that song, and I'm not trying to boost you up. I've been the realest person, one of the realest people that you know. I will tell you the truth. Of course, I wouldn't say anything bad, but that song, it touches me when I hear it. And look, when you came in a moment ago, I had it playing. It's like, let me get into, yes. And that one as well, it has been playing all over, in Brazil, Indonesia, Mexico, Honduras, Colombia, Zimbabwe, and many, many more. That's a blessing. I got so many questions. Where would you like to be, or where do you want your music to be in about 5 years from now?
Ooh. I definitely wanted to continue to spread throughout the entire world, ministering to people from all different backgrounds of life, nationalities, playing on radio. I would love to do a tour. I would love to do like an international tour, not just national, but international. I've always had the dream of having Jesus in capital letters and big lights on the stage, and just
they're doing your thing
and just doing my thing. Yeah.
Okay.
And just spreading the gospel.
And you said that you wanted to hear your music. You want to get in there and turn the key or mash, on these new cars, and hear your song. Okay, Larry Tinsley, I'm going to send this video to you. And we would love to hear Brittney's song. And we listen to, I'm going to speak for myself. I think you probably do too, when you are not in church working, because you're always working in church. But we would love to hear this song, So Amazing. I want to send you a copy of it, Larry, so you can hear it yourself. It is so amazing. And if you could play it so she could hear herself on the radio and so I could hear her, we would love that, wouldn't we?
Yes.
Brittney, we would love that. So we're going to get in touch with you, Larry, and we love what you're doing every Sunday, and we're going to tune in like we always do, if you do it or don't. And let's see, who are you're so silly, baby. Who are your influencers? Who do? I know it's a lot of them, but
number one is Whitney Houston.
Girl,
it was just something special about her, and it was always my dream to one day meet her, just to be almost like mentored under her. Another one for sure is CeCe Winans. I've always looked up to her, just because of her purity, like the purity of her heart. I could just see it, like through her music, through her sound, how she carries herself. She's very classy. She's consistent. I love her new music that's out. It's so many artists. Oh gosh, let me see. Other like contemporary Christian artists, like I love Kim Walker. I love Carrie Jobe. Let me see.
Mary.
Yolanda Adams is another one. Yes, Mary.
I remember reading that about you.
Israel Houghton. He had a lot of worship songs at one time when I was growing up, and he still has new music out there. I just remember the old days, and it's just so many. It's so many.
You know what? I know for certain. Well, no, I can't even say that. So I'm not going to get on here and say that because I don't know for certain because I am not God. But I believe that you are going to really, really do very, very well and get right up there. And what your vision of that Jesus, the word behind you and you performing, that's going to come. And when it does, you're going to think, oh, okay, Lenoria said that on Rumble and Roar. and I'm going to pray that it does because I want it because you want it, you know? And when two agree, it shall be, correct?
Yes.
Okay. If you were to describe your music, how would you describe your music?
I would say that it is music from the heart.
Yes.
Intimate worship music. I realize that a lot of my songs that I write, or even if I'm releasing it, it's almost if like I'm singing directly to God. So it's almost kind of like vertical.
Yes. Yes.
In the sense of like key to my heart. I'm literally singing directly to Him that you have the key to my heart, or so amazing. I'm singing you are so amazing, my God. It's like one-on-one. You know, it's personal. It's intimate. I have so many songs that come from the heart, from a place as if I'm singing directly to God.
Well, I can vouch for so amazing. And I saw your video, and you are actually doing something in a white dress, if I can remember, and you're up like, and I am so into the music. I mean, I can glance at that, but I'm so deep into that song. I really am. Look. You know what I'm about to ask. Oh, Brittney, I would love for you to sing that song. So amazing. If you don't feel comfortable, it is quite all right. It really is. I don't want to put you on the spot or anything, but that song, guys, when you hear that song, you're going to see why I would love for Larry Tinsley to play this every Sunday. I think other people will feel the exact same way as I do, because it is just awesome. Do you remember when my mother's 70th birthday? Mm-hmm. And I asked you to sing there, sing at her party, mm-hmm. and it was another lady there. When I tell you, I can't even remember you sung 2 songs, mm-hmm. But my mother's face, I will start crying, so I'm not gonna talk about her too much, but her face, wait a minute. I cannot talk about my mother. Her face lit up when you were singing, and she was like this. And I knew that she loved that song because she was just all into it. I knew then that you were just something because my mom, you got to bring it. You know, I mean, she's older. Well, she's deceased now, but she was older then. And you, an older person, elderly person, they've seen it and done it. Yeah. So, and they've heard it, and they've heard it. Exactly. So when you pause and when they pause and stop, and you get their attention, you're doing something. You are doing something. So you did something back then, and I just haven't heard anything from you until now. And when I did, I was like, oh my goodness. I remember when you did it at Mama's. So if you, you already know. If you would, if you're not too shy, if you don't want to sing the whole thing or just some of it, but I would love for you to sing the whole thing. So amazing, or just one of your songs. But that one I know and I love, and yeah. Guys, yes. Are you shy? Would you like some water?
I definitely need some water.
Let's turn it this way. Don't turn that part to the people.
Okay.
I don't want, or cover it up. So, yeah, because it's we don't want to advertise. I'm just gonna sit here and close my eyes, guys, and just listen.
Okay, I did have a song on my heart, and it's just been on my heart all morning. So
you sing the one you want to. It is okay, because look, I have my phone and I can always listen to So Amazing.
But it's gonna be, I'm gonna flow into it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Worthy is your name, Jesus. You deserve the praise. Worthy is your name. Worthy is your name, Jesus. You deserve the praise. Worthy is your name. Be exalted now in the heavens as your glory fills this place. You alone deserve our praise. You're the name above all names. Be exalted now in the heavens as your glory fills this place. You alone deserve our praise. You're the name above all names. You are so amazing, my God. You are so amazing, my God. You are so amazing, my God. There is no one like you, God.
Yay! Oh, that was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it, love it, love it. And I really want to play this so much for everybody to hear. So please tune in, guys, to the radio, because her music is going to be on the radio. Larry Tinsley is going to play her music because he's going to hear her sing. So Amazing is my favorite, but y'all might find some other ones that are really your favorite. Right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Brittney. Thank you so much for being, yes, you're welcome. And thank you for being on my show. And like always, everyone, feel the rumble and listen to the roar. And we'll see you next time.